Welcome back to Vinny's Aquatics. Thank you everybody for joining me. Okay, originally this video, I was just gonna give you a saltwater quickie. I was gonna show you some of the rescaping of the saltwater tanks in my local fish store, Fishbowl Pets, Stamford, Connecticut, my favorite local fish store. But while I was there were about 1,000 people asking, how do you convert freshwater to saltwater? All right, maybe it wasn't 1,000. Maybe it was 2 people. Maybe they were together. But still, I hear this question all the time. And a lot of people think it's really difficult to do. So what I'm gonna do is take a few minutes and show you the easy way to create a fowler tank. Now that's a fish with live rock only. We're not talking about reef here, but it does apply to later on when your tank is established and you wanna add some beautiful corals. First thing you're gonna wanna do, number 1 on the list, is remove the existing fish from your fish tank. And here's something really important to remember. The general rule in freshwater, allegedly, is 1 inch per gallon of water of fish. But in a saltwater aquarium, you're gonna need 5 gallons of water per inch of fish. So keep that in mind when you go to restock your tank. So after your fish are removed, first thing you wanna do is drain and clean the tank. Completely drain your tank and empty all the decorations, plants, gravel, and other accessories. This is a good time to scrub and disinfect the tank to make sure you won't accidentally introduce any harmful elements to the new saltwater system. Now, most plants and decorations from your freshwater tank are not going to be able to use in your saltwater tank. So you may consider, selling or repurposing them in another tank. Do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. Thank you. Now, there's a reason you're not going to want to put any plastic plants or any of your other freshwater tank decorations into your marine tank. It's because most marine fish are what they call a grazer, and they have a tendency to nibble on everything. So if they're going to eat enough of that little plastic, it's going to totally shut down their digestive tract. Now, as far as items like castles, bubbling divers, and sunken chests, if you're a true saltwater naturalist, they say, adding these type of things is unheard of. But hey, it's your tank, you do you. Now, one thing you're gonna wanna do is switch your lighting, which it is an added cost, I agree 100%. But the lighting conditions, they're very different between a freshwater and a saltwater tank. And you'll wanna switch to different lights to highlight your saltwater tank. The right lighting will not only clarify the watercolor, but will illuminate the stunning colors of saltwater fish and corals. And I believe that's probably why we all wanna go saltwater. The benefit would be the stunning colors. Plus, the right lights can also help promote beneficial algae growth in your saltwater tank. Now, the substrate in your saltwater tank. Now, most freshwater aquariums, you can use gravel for the substrate, but in saltwater aquariums, sand or crushed coral is used more often as a substrate. While gravel, it will work in a saltwater aquarium for a portion of the biological filter bed, sand or crushed coral works better, all right? Especially for sand-sifting fish and invertebrates. Crushed coral or other calcium-containing substrates will also help stabilize your water quality.
Fish are sitting there choking. Let me tell you something. You know when your fish is suffering when they're breathing like people in the water through their mouth? Like fish breathe through their gills. Yeah. When their mouth is open other than eating, there's issues.
Ooh, here's the pumper I'm gonna get. Yes, I'm excited. I already got him, making a video about it. All right, let's talk about filtration. Look, gallon per gallon, a saltwater aquarium is going to require more filtration than most freshwater aquariums. For the most part, saltwater creatures need better water quality than freshwater. Fortunately, it's not that difficult to increase a freshwater aquarium's filtration to meet the saltwater aquarium requirements. Say your freshwater tank had a single HOB on the back, just add another one to double the capacity. Or add another sponge filter. And yes, you can use sponge filters in saltwater tanks. But the most popular one is the canister filter. It works really well in a saltwater aquarium. The canister filter, it provides enough filtration flexibility. It allows you to add or subtract different filtration media, mechanical, chemical, or biological, by just changing the media in the baskets within the canister to suit your specific needs. As an aside, I just love how clean the water is in my local fish store. Just always sparkling clean. Now, you may want to consider adding a power head if you don't have one already, or a wave maker. See, most freshwater aquariums, I guess they don't use power heads to create a surge or wave effect, but virtually all pumps and power heads used in aquariums are suitable for either fresh or saltwater. So you're definitely going to want to think about adding a little something like a wave maker or a power head. Now that you have all that set up, and you can use your heaters from your existing tank, you don't have to worry about that. Heaters are fine, freshwater, saltwater. You're going to want to mix your water and add your water. Now, filtered water or RO water, anything like that, is the best to add to your tank. Then you add the salt mix and you test the water repeatedly until you have the desired salinity. Now, if you only plan on having saltwater fish in your tank, then having the salinity in the range of 1.017 to 1.024 is good. But I would recommend you look up the specific stock you want to put, what you want to put in your tank, and find out the exact salinity or gravity that you need to use. And definitely you're going to need to go out and get yourself a salinity tester. And here's the fun part, and sometimes the really expensive part. You're going to add your live rock. Now, some people, they go out and buy all live rock, but what I recommend is getting one piece of live rock, a whole bunch of dry rock, and letting the live rock turn the dry rock into live rock. There's no way I can say that twice, by the way. Now, this is where you're going to want to spend a little bit of money. Sorry to tell you that, but live rock is the basis of the biological filtration in most marine tanks. It will help you create a healthy, comfortable environment for everything living in your aquarium. Now, it will take several days for your rock to adjust to your system appropriately, so you should check the biological balance daily to be sure it is stabilizing at the levels you need for your fish and the corals you want. I personally recommend, if you're going to do a saltwater tank, to go with the deep sand bed. I love all the benefits of deep sand bed. Just look it up, make your own decision. Now that your tank's clean, set up, has water, has live rock, has a deep sand bed, has your filtration, your heaters, next thing you're going to be able to do is add your livestock. Now remember what I said before, it's 1 inch per 5 gallon for saltwater fish. Now, once your tank, remember this, it has to be balanced, cycled, and the ecosystem is active. Now it's time for you to add your fish, corals, and plants. But please, start slowly with species that are more forgiving and easier to care for. So as your tank grows, you can progress on to more difficult fish. And one thing I think I've learned is definitely acclimate your fish. Take more time and more care to acclimate your fish in a saltwater tank than you do in your freshwater tank. Let's wrap this up with a nice little bow on top. All right, so I'm pretty sure if you follow these steps, you have no problem converting your freshwater aquarium to a saltwater aquarium. If you're starting out with a new aquarium, it's basically the same steps, except you just don't have to clean the old aquarium out. One other thing, this is from me. If you want to start a saltwater tank because you love the beauty of the fish, you want to try something new, you like the colors, just go for it, all right? Don't let the doubters and the people that say, saltwater fish is too hard, I can't do it. Trust me, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, all right? It's not that difficult. And once you get it running, it's going to be just like running a freshwater tank, trust me. So I hope you guys learned a little something here. I hope you had a little bit of fun, and I can't wait to see you next time on Vinny's Aquatics. Woo!